Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the hoodoracle, aka Karmic Source Nightmare, aka the Rembrandts of Karmic Readers, aka the Diamond in the Rough, with another educational video. Now, you guys are used to these educational videos by now. I've been doing them since the start of this channel, since 2016? That's a long freaking time to be doing these types of videos, and I wanted to talk on a subject that may trigger some people, but you know me, I'm all about the triggering, because in triggering is healing. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the word narcissist, or narcissism. Okay, now I'm going to talk about it in a very specific sense, not in a general sense. I'm talking about it in spiritual narcissism. I made a post about it very briefly on my Instagram, if you guys checked it out. Okay, I don't like sounding like a damn idiot on video, so I make sure that I say every single word the right way. There has to be some Virgo in me or my DM Virgo's influence. No, say that correctly. Thanks, babe. Anyway, narcissism. Narcissist. Oh my god, can we grow up, please? It's a word. It's a word. Okay? If you're getting triggered by this word, you have to wonder why you're getting triggered by this word, why you want to avoid it. You see, you don't conquer your demons unless you look that motherfucker in the eye. Okay? Now, I wanted to talk about this, about spiritual narcissism. Oh God, I could be here all day with that one. What is a spiritual narcissist? What is spiritual narcissism? Okay. Spiritual narcissism is somebody with a God complex. Somebody that does not know how to engage with you in a debate in ideas. Now, any true spiritual guru, and I'm looking at the birds right here, they're looking at me like, you better testify. Okay, I'm very, very connected to nature, okay? I get a lot of my messages from them. So, what is a spiritual narcissist? A spiritual narcissist is somebody that you cannot have a debate with. You cannot have a difference of opinion. You cannot dare challenge them on what they're quote-unquote teaching. Now, let me tell you something. It's an irrefutable fact that even Jesus allowed for some debate. When he was teaching the multitudes, he allowed questions. He allowed people to question. Because when you question, that's when you open your mind and your soul for information, spiritual knowledge to flow in. If you think you're the only gig in town and that your word is God, it's gospel, well then, my friend, you have some narcissistic tendencies. And yes, there goes that word. Ooh, narcissism. Narcissist. Look, if you're avoiding that word, if you get triggered by that word, then, my friend, you really need to look within and see why that word bothers you so much. It's a word. It's a word. Okay? There are some people that have narcissistic tendencies. What are we going to do? Gloss over it? There are some people that are classified as narcissists. Now, I'm no psychiatrist. I'm no psychologist. And I can't diagnose anybody. Okay? But I have it on good knowledge here that I know what to look for when it comes to that word. If you're a spiritual guru and you cannot be challenged, be asked questions, how are you a teacher if you're not able to be asked questions? How is that? always that way. If you're a teacher, you're a spiritual teacher, you should be able to handle tough questions. Think of all the real spiritual gurus, and they don't like being called gurus. Jesus didn't consider himself a guru. He welcomed questions. He welcomed them. He wanted to get into that debate. He wanted to have that dialogue with you. Still does. So there's a big, big difference between an actual spiritual teacher. I keep on getting interruptions here with notifications, and I have the notifications turned off. I turned off my internet so I can make this video uninterrupted. And it keeps on popping up. Somebody doesn't like the fact that I'm making this video. Perhaps a spiritual narcissist. They're all over the place on YouTube. What do these spiritual narcissists tell you or do? Spiritual narcissists, when they can't think of a retort, when they can't think of a proper rebuttal as to what you are bringing to them, will call you low vibrational, a hater, or my personal favorite, you need to heal your ego and the darkness within you. No, Yoda. No. I think the fuck not. If you're going to get triggered by a word as a spiritual guru or teacher, then that says a lot about you as a person. I don't get triggered by that word. Okay? I don't. It's a word to describe. And if you're a spiritual guru and you get triggered by a word in the English language, it says a lot about you and your inability to cope with reality. That people are not always going to agree with you. They're not always going to agree with you. But a lot of these spiritual gurus, these spiritual narcissists, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? They've built their identity, and identity is rooted in the ego. Okay, ego is identity. Okay, your earthly identity. If somebody challenges that, oh, but what do you think of this? And what would you say about this? Something that they have been avoiding talking on because perhaps they're involved in it personally, because a lot of these spiritual gurus, these spiritual narcissists, are running game on you guys. I'm gonna fucking say it. They're running fucking game on you. Cleaning out your pocketbooks. And really making you kind of a lamb to the slaughter. Okay? Look, you know how I talk, guys. I don't shy away from fucking controversy. You know I don't. Okay? To shy away from the word narcissist and to get triggered by it as a spiritual guru, as a spiritual teacher, nothing should trigger you that way. You're supposed to have enough growth as a teacher to not be triggered by that word and make it such a negative buzzword. It's a word to describe something. Okay? Now, I'm not taking away from the experiences people have had with true narcissists, okay? Alright? I'm not taking away from that. Alright? And my heart goes out to you. But when you are a spiritual teacher, you have a responsibility, you have a duty to be strong in the face of any challenges, and that includes somebody coming up to you that debates you on what you're teaching. Do you know how many times I've been debated with on what I teach here? Okay? many, many times. Okay? But that's part and parcel of what I do here. Goes with the territory, as they say. So, for these spiritual gurus that get triggered by this word and want to avoid it like the plague, okay? Some people are narcissists. Some, not all, granted. Okay, do I think that word is used a lot? I do think it's used a lot. But you can't deny it and gloss over it and just bury it in the sand. Because it's become such a word that, because of people's fear of saying the word, especially in the spiritual community, I'm not afraid to say it. Because of their fear to say that word, those people that are actually dealing with one tend to gloss over, make excuses for, and not recognize what is truly going on. And that's a real detriment to the people that are seeking guidance from these spiritual gurus. A lot of these spiritual gurus are fucked up in their own head, are fucked up in their own right, but yet they have the nerve. You don't know what's going on in closed doors. You don't know what's going on. Close that bedroom door, boom, you don't know what the fuck is going on. Once that camera goes off, you don't know what the fuck is going on. A lot of these spiritual gurus be running with shit that's very fucking evil. Doing spells on people and shit. Come on. I could be here all day talking about this subject, guys, but come on. Let's grow up, okay? Let's grow up. It's a word. If you as a spiritual guru, if you as a spiritual quote-unquote teacher are triggered by this word, you have to look at yourself and see why you're triggered by this word. Are you recognizing within that trigger of somebody calling you out, calling you a spiritual narcissist? Are you recognizing inherently within yourself some narcissistic traits within yourself that you don't want to admit to? Because then that would mean that you're not as spiritual as you purport yourself to be. Let me tell you something, guys. I may be a small channel, but let me tell you something. I could be a threat to the bigger fucking channels because I'm talking about some shit that if enough people see this, it will start to make them think. And that's something that these spiritual gurus don't want you to do. They don't want you to think for yourself. What they say is gospel. What they say is gospel. Let me rest my hand on your head. What I say is gospel. I am God now. I am God. You worship me. Come on, guys. I'm not fucking stupid. I may be a lot of things. I may be crass. I may be vulgar. I may be all these things. But I'm fucking truthful. That's one thing you can fucking expect from me. And I can talk about this a while because I don't have to be in until, there's somewhere that I have to be, but I don't have to be in until 9:30, so I have a while to talk about this. Now, I want you guys to make a mental checklist in your head, okay, guys? And how dare I, a small channel, talk about this stuff? Oh, you're going to ruin it for the bigger channels. Oh, too bad. Don't forget, it was David that fucked up Goliath. Okay. With a simple fucking stone and a slingshot, he took that motherfucker down. Case in motherfucking point. Hey. It is what it is. I got no fucking hair on my tongue, as they say. Okay? I have no reason to sit here and tickle your eardrums, guys. I have no interest in tickling your eardrums, and I have no interest in making things palatable. If you vibrate, you vibrate. If you don't, then you just don't. There's no middle of the road. Okay? I don't do this shit for likes. I don't do this shit for anything else but to educate people on what the fuck I know that I've been holding inside for many, 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 many years. And YouTube has allowed me to express this with like-mindeds that agree. Okay? Now, not everybody's going to agree. I don't expect every person to agree with me. I don't. As a matter of fact, much like Jesus, I do enjoy a healthy debate. I want you to challenge me. I want you to. Okay? But if you agree, you just agree because you know it in your soul. So there's two types, the ones that don't agree with me and the ones that do agree with me because they feel it in their soul. Look, I'm willing to teach. That's what I was put on this planet to do. But I can't have an ego. I can't have an ego with spiritual work. I can't have it. I can't afford it. It's an expense that's not within my spiritual budget. I can't do it. So, what is the checklist, guys? A, number 1. The first thing you get is a blanket response. Oh, you need to heal your ego and heal the darkness within you, bitch. Let me tell you something. I have equal parts of light and dark within me, okay? I can cut a bitch and I can uplift a bitch. Okay, so it is what it is. Do I have vengeful, revenging? What were my DMs to this? Babe, revenging is not a word. That's my Virgo, okay? Being vengeful, okay? We all have this side to us, all of us, okay? It's like you got to learn to rein that part in, focus on the bigger picture. That's how you be less vengeful, right? But there are ways of saying these things that don't talk down to people. That's the shit that I'm trying to say here, guys. These spiritual gurus talk down to you. Talk down to you. Oh, if you don't agree with me, I'll just block you. And that's a big indicator of, first off, they're not mature enough to handle somebody that challenges what they're spewing. When they call you a hater. What am I hating on? What am I hating on by challenging you and asking you questions? Jesus never called people haters. He never did. He welcomed questions. He loved questions. It showed that people were listening and wanted to know more. Okay? And they were teachable. Big fucking facts. Number 3. They sell an aesthetic. They're not about to do some random video on a beach somewhere or in a park somewhere because, no, they had to set up their little thing here to sell an aesthetic to you guys. I have to look the part. If somebody has to look the part every single time, every video, every transfer of energy, that should fucking say something. That should say something. Me? You have seen me with not a fucking stitch of makeup on. You have seen me, hurt me, especially recently. Sick as a dog and coughing and sneezing and all of this stuff, but I still get the fucking message out because I'm a fucking warrior. If they automatically label you, if you disagree with them as a hater, low vibrational, or you need to change something within you, especially knowing that we have equal parts of darkness and light within us, otherwise it would be imbalanced. But they focus on, oh, you gotta be the light, be the light, be the light. And a lot of these are light, they call themselves light workers. They're love and lighters. Some of them aren't love and lighters either. Okay? Some of them don't purport themselves to be love and lighters. But you could still recognize this in certain gurus. I hate that word. It doesn't trigger me, but it's like, you really need to transcend, basically like tickling the clouds of heaven there. You're going to be a guru. Okay? Literally. Okay? There's too many people that want to be God. I'm going to fucking say it. There's too many. There's only one. And he does that job better than you do. Okay? Leave it to the master. Anyway, guys, I'm off my soapbox. But let me tell you something. If you're getting triggered by the word narcissism, you got to wonder why you're getting triggered by the word narcissism, especially as a spiritual narcissist. If you avoid talking about it, or even if you don't avoid talking about it, but you're kind of trying to maneuver your way around it. It's a word to describe what's going on. If it triggers you as a spiritual teacher, you got to look at that. Then you are not, quote unquote, how do I say this? Then you're not practicing what you preach. Boom. Practice what you preach. Stop looking down on people that are not at your level. How do you expect people to grow if you keep judging them for being asleep? Ego is such a very, very sinewy, slick motherfucker, okay? Ego can be very, very hidden in spirituality as well. Okay? A lot of spiritual, quote-unquote, people can use spirituality as a badge to decorate their ego. Big fucking facts. So, guys, I'm getting the urge from Spirit to kind of like close out this video right now because I'm feeling a little depleted. So I need to replenish. I got to get some coffee or something in me. Either something with protein or something with some sugars in it to kind of replenish. Because I'm feeling a little depleted after this video. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people that don't like this video. Oh, well, I'm not here for likes. I'm not here for a popularity contest. I'm not here to be fucking popular. I'm not here to be popular. Never was. Jesus was unpopular opinion too. Okay? But he was the truth. He was the truth. Is the truth, I should say. So, if you're a spiritual narcissist and you're being triggered by this video, I would say, well, honey, you got a lot more work to do, and it's not really, you can't use spiritual bypassing. What is that? Spiritual bypassing. Spiritual bypassing is when you use spirituality to avoid doing the inner psychological work that may be necessary. Oh, let's just say that for the sake of this video here, you, as a spiritual guru, as a spiritual teacher, tend to be a little vain, right? Let's just say, okay? For instance, oh, well, that's my inner goddess coming through. No, bitch, you're just vain. You're just vain. Okay, now I'm not saying for you to not love yourself and not, speak of yourself in glowing terms, but there's a difference between confidence and vanity. Big difference. Big difference. And I feel like some people are going to be triggered by that one, but this is Trigger Fucking Nation on this channel. You know this. You're taking a chance. You click, you're taking a chance on being triggered. Okay? Only the strong survive. Okay? So, Now that you know what spiritual bypassing is, spiritual bypassing, by definition, is avoiding any internal, emotional, psychological work that needs to be done by slapping the spiritual label over it. You're bypassing any kind of inner work to be done by slapping, oh, it's fine. It's fine. Slap the spiritual label on it. No, bitch, you can't do that. A lot of these spiritual gurus do that too, so sorry. Look, apologies, but then again, I don't give two fucks. I don't give it even an 18th of a fuck. If you're triggered by this and you're a spiritual guru or a spiritual teacher, oh the fuck well. You could pick an ass cheek and kiss it, because I really don't care. I'm here to trigger people. That's how people heal. If I keep on glossing over things and telling you what you want to hear, you're never going to heal. You're never going to heal. Not only are you never going to heal, but you won't learn to recognize it in other people so you can kick them out of your life. Sorry. Alright guys, enough of my yammering. I love you guys very, very much. This is why I do these videos. Tonight I'll be doing a sexual video, using my cards. DM has been quite, shall we say, crystal clear on what he wants to see. So this is him sticking up for all of the DMs that are kind of feeling the same way. So I'm going to do one of those sexual reads tonight. It's probably going to be alive, so kind of like take away from this heavy subject matter, right, and make it a little more fun. So, you know, I like doing those types of readings, right? That's my Scorpio. I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart, so it's like, yeah, I'm a Randy bitch. I'm a goober. Don't mind me. Love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Please like, share, and subscribe. And all of my information for readings, how to get to me on, let me check. Yeah, I'm just checking the time here. All of my information for personal readings, how to connect with me on social media, is on the bio to this YouTube page, in the bio section, obviously, on the banner, on the YouTube banner, and within the description to any of the other videos, underneath the videos, okay? Alright guys, so love you, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Have a good day.